Castro. No. What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah.
Score.
Imagine you're starting a game. Rank these 3 goals in order of most important to least important, okay?
Okay.
Winning in the game, scoring the most points, or having a top play-worthy play.
Why would you ask me that? I mean, of course, I don't like to lose. So winning, top play, and scoring the most points. Well, one of my, I guess you could say, highlights is a game that I had 45 assists.
45?
Yes. Yes.
What?
I only scored 1 point.
I know that you are a Twitch affiliate and a sponsored gamer. That's awesome. Congratulations. How did you begin creating content, and what's that journey been like for you?
I mean, I really love entertaining people. I just like to have fun, I like to meet new people. If there's anything that I know about the game, I don't mind teaching. You never know what you're gonna see when I'm playing. You never know what you're gonna hear when you're in a party. It's a good time all around.
At NBA 2K TV, we like to connect fans, the community, everything about NBA 2K together. So I'm the coach, and as the coach of Team 2K TV, we might need a little bit of teaching. So I invite you to join the team for some games in the theater. What do you say about that?
I've been preparing my whole life for this.
Thanks so much for joining us on the show. It's so exciting to hear about your journey, and we are so glad that we were able to be connected with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You'll want to check back next week to see how Team 2K TV did with Watch Me Work.
He was hot. I'm in street clothes, I'm in street shoes, so I rose up and dunked on him and told him, shut up.
The starting lineup for the visiting Oklahoma City Thunder. At small forward, Mugens Dort. At center, Chet Holmgren. At the other forward position, Jalen Williams. At shooting guard, Josh Giddey. At the other guard position, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The head coach of the visiting team is Mark Dagnall. Let's meet the stars for your Minnesota Timberwolves. At point, 6 feet 1 inches, number 10, Mark Conley. At forward, 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniel. Manning the middle, 7 feet 1 inches, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At power forward, 7 feet tall, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns. At guard, 6'4", wearing the Timberwolves 1, Anthony Edwards. the head coach of your home team, once again, your Minnesota Timberwolves.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, NBA debuts are always special, and MP is making his tonight. The 18th overall pick, MP still has a lot to prove. Now, one lead scout I spoke with said that MP was good in college, but his tools will not translate to this level. So some fans are already questioning this pick. Guys?
I can see that. Thanks, David. Sounds like MP already has some critics.
Yeah, but I think that'll help MP. Fuel him.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams is out there with Holmgren. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Now here's Conley. Takes it off the glass.
How about that move? Pat Conley adjusting around the contact to get the finish.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Basket good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's McDaniels. Here's Towns. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Giddey kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. The pass to Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Now here's McDaniels. Outside Conley. Back to McDaniel. And that one is good.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And opening day is here. So what are these players right now, Greg, feeling as they tip off this brand new season?
Mostly excitement. I mean, this is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
So it's Minnesota now. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Taking 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran. Someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guys.
And Gobert drops them both. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster.
Now here's Giddey. Oklahoma City moving it around. Holmgren can't hit. Now here's McDaniel. Defended by Dort. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Here's Gobert. Sinks that one from the post.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. This is the first they're seeing of the Timberwolves here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games in all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
That's always valuable, not just a win, but seeding advantages down the line. I'm looking forward to this.
Put your hands together again for your Timberwolves Bucks.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Giddey. Pass to Pokusevski. Here's Joe. Dort passes to Pokusevski. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Now, here's Washington. Defense is right there. And good that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Joe. Here's Pokusevski. Gobert with the block. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
.104 left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
The Timberwolves gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Free throw good, Edwards. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
And Edwards drops them both.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out a lot right now.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Anderson finds Washington to the left wing. Reed the pass to Gobert. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Giddey. Gobert with the block. Down low. Here's Edwards. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Giddey. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And a deep three from MP. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A three at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Timberwolves lead by 13. From Target Center, back in a moment.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And welcome back to the... Substitution now for Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Reed. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Washington subbed in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Washington. Gobert the pass to Alexander Walker. Passes it to Anderson. There's the three. Kept alive. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Washington. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. The King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor, and he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passers. David, thank you. That free throw good from Giddey. This team has credited Giddey's background for shaping him as a player.
You know, he grew up in a house dominated by basketball. Both his parents played professionally in Australia, and that goes a long way toward developing your basketball IQ.
Edwards has come in for the Timberwolves. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl-Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Largely because of that length, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
To the middle, here's Gobert. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night. They're trailing by 5. Here's the pass to Giddey. Here's Pokusevski. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From the high post, he drills it. 8 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's not the highlight reel plays that make Gilgeous-Alexander effective. It's the little things, like his lethal mid-range jumper.
That one drops for him. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that. Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
Here's Pokusevski. The shot misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And so that brings the first half to a close. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Holmgren. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Williams at the 4. Here's Dort after the made shot from Karl-Anthony Towns. Now Giddey. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sweet little float. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
Oh, silky smooth shot there by Gilgeous-Alexander. He knew the floater was the right move to beat the defense.
Now here's Edwards. McDaniels finds Conley. Now Gobert. 5 on the clock with the shot. Conley's shot is off.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past, a few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Now here's Edwards after the miss from Chet Holmgren. Towns is double to the paint. It's tipped. Pass to Edwards from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And scouts question whether Gilgeous-Alexander could finish through contact. There's your answer.
Outside Edwards. McDaniels with the ball. He has 7. Back to Edwards. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Noel comes in for Karl-Anthony Towns. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Joe's checked in. Thunder trailing by 8. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Williams inside, working on McDaniels.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
And the basket is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks. Now, here's Reid. After Lou Dort's miss, count it. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
At the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Reed. Fade away. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And he gets it to go.
The assist.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Now here's McDaniels. He's guarded by Williams. Edwards against Dort. Here's McDaniels. And good. What the English that time as he falls. McDaniels got 9.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Joe. Covered by Conley. Right wing. Here's Holmgren. The baseline J off the mark. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 12. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Out on the perimeter, Edwards and Anderson. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Washington in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Joe. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Joe passes to Dort. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical